So as Nidec Conversion, so we are not only capable of producing chargers and developing chargers. So one of our biggest product and segment is the BESS, so battery electric storage system, where we are one of the major manufacturers worldwide. All-in-one DC tower, up to 400 kW. We're selling it everywhere in Europe. We also have a branch in US. We have the capability to bring the batteries, to bring the power electronics, to bring the charger dispenser equipment with us and combine everything in the same software ecosystem.
So now I am at the stall of Nidec Conversion, and they have brought, if you see at the back of me, they have brought really cool DC chargers. So let's find out what is it all about.
Well, my name is Richard Neehof. I'm a sales leader Germany from Nidec Conversion Germany. So, and we're presenting today and the last days here our EV charging infrastructure. So happy to have you here. So what you can see here, let's start with the first one. It's on our all-in-one DC tower, up to 400 kW. We have two different versions. As you can see here right now, it's a smaller version where it's up to 160 kW, and we have a bigger version up to 400 kW. It's according to the Deutschlandnetz, so we can supply. And we're selling it since a couple of months already. We are German calibration law certified, and as you can see, it has a unique design, so it's you can see it everywhere. So that's good, and you can recognize it everywhere. So that's the big advantage of this charger, as it has a unique design. Yeah?
So what I would like to understand, you said it can go from 160 kilowatts all the way up to 4?
No, it can even be lower. So it's really depending on the size of the cabinet that you choose, but 400 kW is the max situation. But you can also choose to start in a big housing with 400 kW, and if it's requested, and if you have just, I would say 80 kW available, you can start with 80 kW and then increase the power modules afterwards.
So they install a low power charger at the beginning, but then they can upgrade it.
Exactly. If they see, okay, the demand is increasing, you have more cars coming in, for example, and then you can easily increase up to 400 kW. We are working with 40 kW power modules, so this is absolutely possible in this case.
Can you explain, I mean, the screen, that looks very beautiful, so can you explain?
Thanks a lot. Yes, so we have two screens. The first of all, the lower section screen is the HMI, so human machine interface. It's a touch screen. And then we have the advertisement screen. It's an optional screen, so you can choose it or not. For sure, we have it here. And then you can, via our BYS, so by your site cloud, you can get advertisement. You can sell the screen, the area, and you can do your own advertisement on that screen.
So with this access, so you will provide access to the customer, and then they can put their own advertisement.
Exactly. So they can do their own advertisement. They can sell the area to companies which are offering advertisement to that. There are ways open for that to utilize this screen.
Can you explain a little bit about the HMI? Because I think right now it said to choose the language.
Yeah, you can choose the language. You can start with English, no problem. And then you have the different ones. So you see what you have to do. You can tap to continue. It's a demo modus right now. Yeah. So for sure, there's also the possibility to put the design of the customer into that system.
So even over here, the customer can configure somehow?
Yes, absolutely. This is also possible via the by your site cloud, that you can configure it to the design that the customer requested.
And here I see the payment terminal, so that means the people can also pay with the RFID, but they can also use a credit card.
So we have different options also for that available. So everything is configurable. We can give the customer the choice he wants. The products for that, no problem at all.
And earlier you mentioned it's also calibrated for the German law, yes. So the Eichrecht-conform.
Absolutely.
So that means it's fit to go right away for the German.
Absolutely. So this product is completely finished. You can buy, you can use it, you can utilize everything on it.
That's pretty, because Germany is known for having the hardest restrictions. So if it's fulfilling the German requirements, that means it can be sold anywhere in Europe.
Exactly, and that's a good point. Thanks for that. Yes, we're selling it everywhere in Europe. We also have a branch in US, have utilized this product for the US market, so it's more or less globally available.
That's perfect. And I really see the lights looks pretty good. So can you explain what?
Yeah, so yes, they change the color, so they give you as an indication the charging situation, the status of the charge. So right now it's green, it's showing everything is fine. It would show red if it's working and charging, and then you can see with the blue color where the charging process is. So, and as you can see also on this side, you can see it from different sides where the status is, so that you don't don't need to drive to that one and see, okay, it's occupied or maybe 5 minutes left to charge. So also this is possible.
With the SOC indicator, I think it's a good indication, because if you're coming at a charging site and it's already booked out, so you can see how much SOC is there, so you can estimate.
Exactly, that was also the idea, that we show it to people, where is the status right now, and do I need to wait, or do I take another one? If you think about more of them, then you see, okay, it's started right now with them, or if I take this one because it's more or less finished.
And about the connectors, because you mentioned you have a presence in USA, so that means, do you have over there CCS1 connector and NAC?
Yeah, for the US market, we adapt completely to the requirements from the US market, and for Europe, we are on the European. We also have different cable lengths. There will be also a version with the cable arm on top of it, so with a supporting structure on that will become during the next weeks. So we adapt to the market's needs, and this is the big advantage of Nidec with the engineering power that we have, because this is a product we design by ourselves, we develop and we produce in Europe completely. So,
but this is more for the public use, right?
Right.
Do you have something for the logistics or the fleets customer?
We also have something for that. Hasib, you're right. Here we have the DC wallbox. So it's more or less for those applications, as you mentioned, logistics, where you have a need on a lower power. For example, if you have a depot charging or something like that you charge overnight. This is the DC wallbox up to 60 kW. It's the same infrastructure software-wise, like the big one, and this is for all that you can see here. But it's a different, more or less, a different housing, a different way of putting it. This is combined with two power units with 30 kW, and we use this if there is no public need. This is really, I just wanted to charge my truck or my bus over the night in a depot. This is possible.
I think this power is perfect when you have to stay for a bus depot, for example. It has to stay for, let's say, 10 hours or something.
Exactly.
And the battery capacity is around 300 kilowatt hours plus, so that's a very good solution for it. So
yeah, absolutely, and this is how we see it also. There are different configurations now here at the fair at some kind of a stele, but we also can mount it to the wall directly, no problem with that. So there's different configurations possible.
It can be installed without pedestal as well. So
exactly.
Okay, that's good. And the screen looks quite nice, but for the industrial customer, if they opt for no screen,
there's also options possible that we change this and make it more durable, more robust. No problem with that. So.
And I see another.
Yeah, here we have now the compact dispenser. The compact dispenser is a combination with a power unit, so we combine it because there's no power sourcing inside it. This is in the power unit. This is a split system, how it is called. So we can combine the power unit up to 1.26 megawatt. With the power unit, you can connect up to 6 of the compact dispensers in a standard way. So coming out to 12 outlets. So if for sure you can also use 12 of them with single outlets. So it's this is in principle.
So if you have 1 megawatt power cabinet, you can install 6 dispenser, which means that you have 12 charge points.
At least 12 charging points. So coming up to 12 charging points, and then utilizing the way of changing the energy very smoothly between the outlets. So
it gives the depot a lot of flexibility, in my opinion. For example, they do not want to invest right away on 6 buses. Maybe they start with 2 first, and over the next 2 years they are going to step by step going from diesel, they want to go to electric.
Exactly, but also if you think about public car charging in front of stores, grocery stores and something like this, where you really don't need the high power charging over the day because the customer is standing with the car 60 minutes, and even more than 60 minutes, and it's okay if you walk with 80 kW on that one, and the customer has a fully charged car afterwards. So you can utilize the energy much better than having everything with 400 kW in each single charger. So if you want to have more flexible way of using the energy, the split system is the way to go, and then it makes absolutely sense. Also for applications where it's more the situation that it could be destroyed for truck charging or something like that, where there could be some accidents by the truck and so on. it's more feasible to have a compact dispenser without the power source inside it, so that is in a separate session.
Yeah, less damage, less cost. I think that makes sense. And it's also going to take less space, because in the depot, one of the biggest issue is the space. There is not a lot of space, and this is quite compact footprint. It will fit right away, really good. So I was making a video over there, so if I see that you have battery storage systems as well?
Exactly, so we have a so-called DC multi-system. It's a battery buffered system. So this is exactly for the needs of customers who wants to charge fast, but they have not the grid connection. So think about, you have a grid connection of 100 kW and you have wants to offer fast charging to the customers. There's more or less the 100 kW that you can use. With this system, what we have, the buffered system, is you can get the 100 and charge with 300 kW. So you can utilize those dispensers that you can see here and bring them together with the multi-system, meaning the batteries plus the power unit, and then utilize this system to get from 100 kW charging 300 kW to the cars. So there are also multiple scenarios that you can increase the power and the capacity of the battery, so that you can utilize much more the low power that you have and get more charging power.
I think that should be one of your unique selling points, because
This is exactly one.
Because I know charger manufacturers, they only concentrate on charging manufacturers, then the customer himself have to find a different battery energy systems, and then he has to find another energy management system, and then with a lot of different players, he has to find how to find a solution. But you are not only providing chargers, but you're also manufacturers, and you have expertise basically in battery energy storage systems.
Exactly. So as Nidec Conversion, so we are not only capable of producing chargers and developing chargers. So one of our biggest product and segment is the BESS, so battery electric storage system, where we are one of the major manufacturers worldwide with that, and we can combine those things. So that makes also, as you mentioned, a unique selling point for us, that we have the capability to bring the batteries, to bring the power electronics, to bring the charger dispenser equipment with us, and combine everything in the same software ecosystem. So we can control everything. So that's obviously a good situation for the customer, because the customer has just one source to connect. So connect with Nidec and ask questions, and it's not necessary to connect with them to get all the information. So we are doing that, and we have different applications out of that. For example, just as an example, we have made with the multi-system an off-grid charging solution, where there's no need for a grid at all. So we can charge and have a generator behind it, creating energy, and then can charge ultra fast. And we had several talks about this fair, that this is an idea for situations where you want to charge because you need to, because truck charging, for example, and there's no grid available. So we can solve that problem with the combination of our products within Nidec Conversion.
Wow, thank you so much for explaining. I mean, you have a lot of expertise, considering you can provide a lot of more value to the customer. You can provide charger plus battery energy storage systems, and you know it's going to work because you have developed it. Some of the times we hear that there are integration issues, the customer cannot find the real solution because each customer is different. But in your case, I think you have a very, very good portfolio. So congratulations, and I wish you a lot of success. And thank you so much for taking the time and explaining Nidec portfolio.
Hasib, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure to talking to you, and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much. Take care.